The DJ Roundtable Show is live. It's the DJ Roundtable Show. Tell another DJ about the show. Please subscribe.
What happened? I guess we got a little technical problem there.
Please subscribe.
I guess we lost someone. Anyway. It is Tuesday night. It is 8 o'clock. Do you know where your DJ's at? I know where I'm at. I'm here with you. Yes, it is another DJ roundtable, and yet looks like we got some technical problems with some people. And hopefully you're enjoying yourself. If you're out on the East Coast, like Chris is here, up in the New York area, New England area, they got hit with a little bit of the white stuff with snow. Chris got 18 inches where he's at. And I saw one area in New York got over 36 inches the last time I saw it. So
Long
over
Island.
3 feet of snow. That's a good amount of snow. Hopefully if you were in a snow area, hopefully you're cuddled up right now with maybe a cup of hot chocolate and watching a show, or you're like Jeff, in a nicer area with a little drink of water, or you're maybe in Arizona with some nice heat and you have a cold one. Whatever you have, hopefully you're enjoying yourself as always, and hopefully you're enjoying yourself. I hear on the show, we do this every Tuesday over on Twitch, and then I also put this on YouTube on Mondays at noon. So I need some help with YouTube. Now, I got some new subscribers, which I want to thank you for. If you're a new subscriber, thank you. But I still don't have a lot of subscribers, and I still need your help. So I need you to do me a favor. Or actually, I always say, do me a favor. Do a couple of things. First thing first, hit the like button, give the thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe, the bell icon, and then share it with another DJ. Sharon's caring. This is absolutely free. Also, I want to hear your comments, your tomfoolery, your thoughts, your feelings. Whatever you want to say down below. Make sure you put that there. And, it's always fun reading the comments and reading stuff after the show. Oh, excuse me. And I always love watching the replay. A lot of times I'll be there at noon watching the replay of this with everyone else. And I will answer questions from time to time there. So if you're there in the live, you never know. I may be there to chat with you. So Mike says he's 6 short of 500 subscribers. There you go. He needs 6 more subscribers to subscribe over to Mikey Mike to get his 500. That's a milestone. I'm way far from that, but that's okay. I have fun doing this. I have fun with a lot of great DJs here. We have a lot of things going on. Don't forget Joe right there. He's in California, in sunny California. He has his little audio visual theta. And I say little by the mean that it's not huge, but if you want to step your game up, that is a great way of doing it. Link is down below. You can find him on Facebook very easily. If you ever need to get a hold of him, you can always contact me through Insta, through YouTube, or through whatever. I'm more than glad to hook you up with Joe's information. He's got a great product there. Love the fact of what you can do with it. I still bug Tracy. I still want to get one, but I got to see. Maybe this year I'll pull a trigger on that one. The other things also, we have some great shows as well. Don't forget on Monday nights, we have, he's not here tonight, but he has his own show, Hunter, or DJ Cool Thing. He has his own show on Monday nights on YouTube, and he's going to have an assistant with him or a co-host. He's going to have some fun over there on his show. And we have a couple other people here for shows too. Well, first thing first, I have 2, one in studio, one in the bleachers, both on Thursday nights on Cue It Up over on Dwayne's channel. So make sure if you like to have a little bit longer format, usually about 2 hours long, they go through a lot of things, very in depth, a lot of information there, and you can always enjoy Mike's commentary as well as he has a lot of great in-depth knowledge. And also, Dwayne is over there crunching numbers and crunching information, and he puts it in a great format to make sure that you walk away with some great knowledge. And he has some great studio guests as well. The other one also on Thursday night, of course, is what you call it? Start to yeah, and I can't think right. Yeah, it's all the fun stuff. So many, too many shows. The other one also is
Start to spin.
Start to Spin. Yeah, Thursday night. I keep accusing him with Hunter show.
Hmm.
I don't want to say Hunter show on Thursday night, but it's not. Hunter show is Monday night. But Start to Spin crew. Oh God, it's been one of those weeks already. I have a long weekend, and I'll get to that in a second. But Thursday night Start to Spin. Both Dwayne and Diego both start at the same time. You got Diego and Shay on their show, and you got Dwayne and Mike on their show. Both of them 8 o'clock. Thank goodness I have two screens. I can watch and I can say stuff at both at the same time. And I try to listen and go back and forth. And then after one show ends, of course, 100% it's on Dwayne. It's always interesting with them. And they're always bringing on great people. Dwayne should let the cat out of the bag on who we're having on as a guest. That's what Mike just said.
Well, if you gotta watch our show. We already said who's going to be on our show Thursday.
There you go.
So you have to watch our show.
There you go. Thursday.
King Solstice is here.
King Solstice. I like
King Solstice.
Maybe it's Matt.
Hello, sire. So
Maybe I see a voice, but I don't see a picture.
It's because I'm at the gym, so you just get my voice tonight.
All right, that's
I'll
fine.
mute it when I'm not talking.
Then turn
So,
off the
wait a minute.
camera
So-
and start working out.
so no king. So basically, you're just going to be the voice of God.
Exactly. Just like when I MC, people don't know where it's coming from. They just hear my amazing voice.
There you go. We'll get color commentary from Matt in just a moment or two. Again, it's always great to have him on here, and he's
Hopefully it's not
he's
that
working out,
colorful.
which is not a bad thing. We got a few other people probably coming in a little bit as well. People got stuff going on, things happening, customer meetings, kids, dogs, cats, whatever. Jeff, is your assistant around you, or is your assistant?
Locked out.
She's probably in another room.
All right. Well, my assistant is not
The
by me right
dog
now,
and
but
cat get along, and the other two. I have 3 cats. The other 2 cats, I can never find them. They're under the bed. They've got some behavioral issues. But the new cat, the kitten, loves the dog. So I've got a husky that loves to play with the kitten. So there you go.
there you go. There you go. And that's my dog. She's out front with Tracy until they go to bed in a little bit. So. But again, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. And it's always a fun stuff. It's always a fun things going on here. So I wanted to ask you guys this, and this is going to another thing with Brian. I talked about with Brian, and Brian was talking about this on his video. And I thought it was a very interesting premise is who are influencers on either YouTube or social media that are DJs? Who are the influencers you look at? And the question is, are you an influencer? Do you think you influence other DJs to do things? And it's a very interesting premise because I know I don't look at myself as an influencer. I just want to give out information and help people. But the thing is that if I influence someone far as, hey, it helps them out in that way, that's all I look at. That's all I'm here for. I'm not here to say that I can get you more money in your pocket or whatever. I can only tell you that I'm here to help you not do the same mistakes I've run into, the same pitfalls. Do I want more money in your pocket? Yes, I do. How you going to do that? It's entirely up to you. But hopefully with everyone here and their input, we all can help you make smart, informed decisions. And then, we are here to basically, again, help your business grow. And that's what it's all about. You're a small business person. It is an art to be a DJ. There's a lot of parts to it. And, I like to do it. I like DJing, but do I feel that I'm an influencer? Not at all. I don't have millions of people following me, but there's people here who do have a lot of people follow them. And I'm going to first go with Jeff on this one. Jeff, do you feel that you're an influencer? And if you do, great. If not, don't worry. But also, who do you follow? Who do you watch? And who do you feel are the big influencers in the DJ world?
Am I an influencer? Maybe to some degree. I've got like 650 subscribers on YouTube. And I get questions quite often on my videos. So, I happily answer every single one or thank everybody who leaves a comment. But, I don't monetize that. So I don't know if you could technically, call it an influencer. Is if an influencer is, one who makes money from social media platforms. So if that is the case, then no, I'm not an influencer. Who do I follow? I honestly don't follow a lot of other DJs. A lot of them pop up, and I will choose based on the thumbnail if I want to view that video or not. So I will search like before I do a homecoming or a prom for a high school. I will search for other homecoming and proms by, database, just searching homecoming DJ, prom DJ, that type of thing. And I will look and try to find the most recent DJs that have posted something on YouTube just to see what songs are hitting with them. And I recently I just had somebody that said, "Hey, where can I get, your song list from?" And I replied back, I'm like, well, you pretty much are looking at it, with the video, but don't expect it to work for one, your crowd, two, your location, or three, you. So it all depends on what you're doing, who you're DJing in front of, your location. So I use that with some degree just to pull music that I think might work or download new music that I might be unaware of. So that's who I follow, is just whoever is putting up good videos. There are a few out there that, are the big ones that occasionally will pop up on my feed. I would say about half the time I'll click on some of their videos and watch, but they probably are looking at mine thinking the same thing. It's all the same stuff. All my videos are pretty much me setting up my gear and DJing for 10, 15-minute video. So it's all the same.
I do like it that, when you do the drive to wherever you're at and you're in your vehicle, you're talking a little bit about it, and you kind of, set the premise of what you're doing for an event. And I feel that your personality, it's just very welcoming. It's a very calming personality. It's very nice. And that right there, I think attracts a lot of people to that, because it's more like you're hanging out with a friend than someone trying to preach to you. And that's I feel some DJs out there want to preach.
I'm genuine. You know me from this, podcast or this, these YouTube videos. And that's, I don't change, I don't get hyped up for my videos. I don't do anything crazy for those. I don't do anything crazy when I'm DJing. I may, add a little bit more enthusiasm if it requires it, for some events. But, I'm the type of DJ that does very little, crowd hyping and, just play music, and I see some DJs, I'm not going to name any names, but there are a couple of young ones out there that just talk all the time, and nothing wrong with that. I personally don't do that. And I think my crowds react to that in a positive way.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that, again, I'm kind of the same thing. Let the music do the talking. I don't talk
I'll
too much
name
on the
names.
microphone.
I'll name
What was
names
that?
when it's my turn. I'll name names when it's my turn. I'm not afraid.
I'm
not afraid.
Exactly who I'm talking about. So.
Yeah, Matt will name names. He has no problem. He doesn't hide anything. Matt's a big dog here, but I'm going to go to him in a little bit. I want to go to probably the smallest dog here. That's probably Chris, because Chris doesn't have a much of a presence on social media, but he is building it because he's trying to build his business. And I'm going to ask Chris. I know you're kind of you know social media, but as far as doing it for your business, you haven't really promoted it too much because of the fact that your business is a little bit more, a little more smaller. And again, you have a little smaller region, and you market it differently. But now that you have your additional services that you added to your DJ services, and you're starting to get into marketing, do you feel yourself more and more of an influencer now? Do you feel that you're influencing other people doing the same stuff you're doing?
I think it's definitely a term that you got to look at yourself. What does influencer mean to you and also to everyone else? Am I an influencer? In my mind, probably not. But if I do help one person through my conversations on social media on this show, or if I'm invited to another show, absolutely. And if it helps somebody in a very positive way, then I could be considered an influencer. Do I want to take the monetary, establishment of making money off of it? I mean, never thought about it to do so. Just like a lot of, shall we say, other influencers. I mean, what's one guy that doesn't monetize his social media? I don't know on the back end. There's a lot of guys I listen to as well, watch as they come up. A few guys come in and out based on what they're posting, where their shows have changed. Do I watch them more? Do I watch them less? Yeah, it depends. So am I an influencer? Probably don't have a presence as these bigger top dogs or some of these shows that are consistent. And it takes a long time to grow, just as it does any business. Can being an influencer be a business as we have? It's all how you want to treat it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that it is a tool in your toolbox for your business and how you can grow your business. And depends how you treat it too. Do you want to be known as someone who is more cutting edge on things? Do you want to show new ways of doing things? Do you want to show more practical things? And again, that's the way you got to look at what do you want to be known as? Do you want to be known as someone who teaches? Are you going to be someone who wants to be known as someone who is more a fun guy, more that guy who is always snapping jokes and stuff like that? Or do you want to be known as a person who's very serious? All these different aspects of again, is your personality, what kind of person you are, and what do you want to do? I try to be what I am, and when people meet me in person, I'm the same way. Just like Jeff, I don't change my name, my voice, my do anything crazy. I actually, this past weekend at one of the wedding show in Rockford, I met him before, but it's another DJ. He likes Brian S. Red. He knows that I know Brian, and he always he talks about Brian because Brian's a huge influencer. But the thing is that he also talks to me too, and he said that he said that you're a nice guy. I'm like, yeah. I go, I'm no different than what you see on anything, because I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be, something I'm not. And again, people do different things. I'm not saying that, some people who act really hyper and stuff like that on the show or on their videos, and in person they're maybe more chill. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. Again, everybody's got a different shtick you can say for their social media, and you have to kind of, see what works for you. I'm going to go over to
shows.
What
Let me comment here. As I've seen on some shows, sometimes it's the audience that also guides the host on where their show is going to go, where it takes them to sometimes. I mean, look at, I'll give you some prime example, Cleveland Terry. His show, it's definitely evolved from many different things, and he definitely takes as a guide, and it's still his show. But I mean, I know he also listens to his listeners too, and takes advice. And he may not take the advice exactly right away, but he'll probably mold it to his own. And that's probably what people want. So he's truly authentic, and he listens to his people.
And that's that's another important thing. You know, are you listening to your audience and try and answer questions back and forth? Going to what's in chat right now, Adrian E, I see you're here. Mikey Mike was saying that, of course, you watch Brian S. Red. He watches Disc Jockey News TV. Uh, DJ Reese, Cleveland Terry, DJ the Moose. He's a good guy. John Young, which is who owns and operates Disc Jockey News, great guy. He also loves watching Dwayne. Who doesn't want to watch Dwayne? Dwayne's awesome to watch. He misses Jimmy Spin. Jimmy Spins, yeah, I miss him too. He's a great guy. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago. Great DJ. Him and I are we became good friends, and it was very sad when he passed. But yeah, I miss him too. Yeah, he had a great sense of humor. And again, it's one of the things that, you know, how do you take things? How do you take criticism? How do you take constructive criticism? And that's one of the things that I think that as an influencer, you have to be able to take some criticism, because again, you're going to have people who don't agree with you, and you can say, hey, I don't have to agree with you. That's fine, great. How do you overcome that is up to you. And, you know, sometimes it's just, you know, be nice. And the one thing I will never do is, and people can read anything I write, I don't use coarse language. I don't call people names. I can disagree with you and say, okay, fine, great, no problem. You can do what you want to do. But the thing is that that's not what I want to do. I don't want to be known as a mean person, or be known as a person who is not nice to others, especially other DJs. Other DJs, I love talking to other DJs. I love talking to other professionals in the wedding industry. And it's always interesting. You know, it could be a videographer, it could be a photographer, it could be a sound professional, just does sound for bands. I love talking to those people because it's interesting. Just like when we have on the Sound Couple, you know, they do, you know, band sound. And, you know, Bart and Stacy, they work very hard at it. I love those guys. They're an awesome couple. And one of these days, I got to go up to Minneapolis. I want to go have dinner with them, with Tracy and I. And the four of us go out and do something, because I like them as people. And then I watch their videos. And if you're not watching a Sound Couple, go watch a Sound Couple. You get some interesting things, especially with big sound systems. And that's, you know, I've run ideas off of Bart a bunch of times, because the fact that he's a sound guy, and I have a lot of knowledge of sound, but his knowledge is more than mine. And it's always good when you run into that and you ask people questions and you bounce ideas off of people. Oh, Fred, what's going on? What's going on, Fred? Also, the coolest DJ on the beach, Hunter, of course. You know, Hunter is not here. Hunter would be a perfect person to ask if he's an influencer. I feel he is. I feel he influences a lot of people. But I'm going to go over to Dwayne. Dwayne, are you an influencer, or are you? Do you not feel that you are? And if you are an influencer, hey, great. If you're not, that's fine. But the question is, if you are an influencer, great. But who do you watch? What's some of the DJs that you watch their channel? You go watch their videos.
In my mind, I'm not an influencer, but after I started doing my podcast, I see I influenced a lot of people to change their ways. I have been noticing that people's videos has been kind of like mimicking our show. So I guess you can say I'm an influencer in that way. I don't come on the show or do videos to like, put myself up on a pedestal. I just try to give out knowledge. I just try to share my experiences, and then just open up my life so I can like share with other people, because you learn by sharing with everybody. So that's what I try to do with our show. Just bring people on to like share ideas with everybody, so we can all celebrate everybody's success and help each other grow. So I guess I've been told that I influence people. I didn't do it. It's almost just like teaching. Because I get emails and text messages all the time from my students who are now grown or have kids of their own, tell me how I influenced the way, who they are today. And to me, it was just me being me going. And to me, it didn't seem like it was important, but to them, that meant the whole world. So I guess you can say I am an influencer, but I don't go and project that bougie attitude on other people. So it's just one of those things where I try to just I just do stuff to share, and then I guess what I share, people is influenced by it. Because I finally reached that 6,000 subscriber mark last week, and I'm still growing every day. So, and then as far as influencers of late, since I'm trying to go from, the part-time, as you call it, budget DJ to that, that at least the medium range DJ. I've been trying to watch YouTubers that use their social media to market and promote, try to figure out ways that I can like level up my promotions. So I'll watch people like, lately I've been watching John Divine, of course I always watch Hunter. I like videos of, they might say that they're not influencers. I like to watch common people that is genuine, and that's the big takeaway that the Shuffle Couple has said on our show, being genuine. And if you genuine, you usually get all the followers, as opposed to coming and trying to mimic like another Nick Spinelli, another Joe Bunn, because there's a lot of people that you see that a lot of times it doesn't seem like it's their true self. They're trying to mimic what somebody else is doing.
Well, do you mind if I comment on that with Nick Spinelli? I mean, I used to watch his show a lot when he was much younger, and honestly, this last X number of months, I think he's gotten a very different persona in his show. He's come much more mature, much more refined. He still has his quirk fun stuff, which is cool to see, but I've actually enjoyed more of his shows now, more professionally than some of his previous stuff. It was more joking and having fun, and and I gotta admit, I like what he's doing.
Yeah, but you also remember lately he had a kid. Sometimes having a bigger family will change you. But you know how Nick was, you know how his persona was. Right. And then there's other people that feel that they have to do the same way to get those numbers, and they
Jason Jani, who else? I don't know. I can't stand any SVE person. Although I love Kevin. Kevin's
Joe
the coolest.
Bunn's got a huge business.
Joe Bunn has been doing the weirdest videos lately, and like he gets less views than I do, has way more subscribers, and his videos are monetized to earn like a couple bucks. So he doesn't show any actual songs or him transitioning or any of his DJ skills. It's just like music overlaid over things, and I'm like, how is that going to help a potential client? Like you're not like DJ Bar, who makes, a couple $100 a video. You're like making nothing per video. So why bother trying to like do the copyright stuff? It doesn't affect your visibility at all. I know Buddy thinks it does, but I have copyright stuff in all my videos. I don't monetize them, and I don't care, and I still get plenty of views. So it helps clients,
Yeah, to me, it depends, because it's like I do a mixture of videos, because some videos, just like what Matt was saying, you have to, because clients, just like on Facebook, clients are looking for actual videos, a real video of you doing your thing, so they'll know what they're getting.
The show, are you trying to market to your client, or are you trying to market to your fellow colleagues here in this industry? I mean, or are you just trying to get just numbers from anyone just watching that wants to be either in this industry, or you're trying to get them to buy into what we do? I mean, there's a lot of things that we do that people applaud, and there's things that we don't applaud, and they can see and learn from us, from our trials and tribulations as we go through. I mean, what is your audience, or what is your target audience? If you don't know that, then you're going to rechange your style of producing a show and videos to accommodate what you want. You'll learn as you go on if you're not 100% sure.
Yeah, right? That's what I was going to say. You should have at least a mixture of videos, because you still gotta have social proof. It's like there's some videos I know I'm not gonna get any money from it, so I put it on there knowing that I can put it up there so people can actually see me mixing, seeing how I'm doing the transitions and all that kind of stuff. So it's
So you're trying to make your concept of what you're doing foolproof or proof of concept.
no, it depends on what I want the video, what I'm doing the video for,
Alright.
and who I'm trying to reach. Because I don't do the same
Mhm.
kind of content each time.
All the time, right?
Right.
You very much mix it up based on what the day, the month, the
Right.
season, or whatever, right? You'll switch it up just to stay fresh and stay relevant, right? Isn't that what we want to be shooting video for and posting them, is to be relevant?
Yeah, but then it also goes back to the money sense. If you're trying to make money off of your videos, then you need to do videos that you're gonna make your money off of. But then at the same time, you know that sometimes you're gonna have to just throw a video away because you gotta use copyrighted content because that's what our job entails.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going back to because I want to make sure I shout these people out since Buddy asked who's my influencers. I like to watch at DJ Reese. Of course, I watch Cool Thing, DJ Cleveland Terry, a mixture of DJ not DJ but Brian S. Red.
Me.
Yeah, sometimes not. Sometimes I do watch your video. No, I shouldn't say watch. I listen because sometimes I'm not epileptic, but when I look at your video, Matt, sometimes I do feel kind of funny with all the lasers and stuff. But
I saw his Facebook post earlier today. Very inspirational, very different, very positive.
who,
Which
Matt?
one?
Matt's, yeah, on his Facebook.
Oh, on the Arizona trip.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Arizona stuff was kind of cool, especially I
That was
think you
nice.
had a drone chasing after you or something.
Yeah, yeah. I've been loving that drone. I've been using well, the government's not listening. I've been using it illegally because I live right next to an airport. But I've gotten some great.
Poor babies, who cares?
I've gotten some great like 1,400-foot high, city skyline shots.
They'll get over it.
That Mini 5 Pro is amazing. Yeah, I mean, I'm like it's under the weight limit, so you don't have to register it. So catch
Right.
me if you want. Anyway,
Yeah, it's some cool pictures you had going there. So I want to go back to Jeff real quickly because Jeff, when you see stuff and you see all these other DJs, I know Joe Bunn is right in your backyard and stuff like that, and you have some other people like Rick Webb. He moved from Ohio to basically your kind of neck of the woods in North Carolina and stuff like that. Do they influence you at all because they're a little closer, or you're like there are other DJs just doing their own thing and they're cool? I'm cool with them. They're cool with me, and that's it. And
As far as Joe Bunn, yeah, I watched some of his videos, just to see what he's doing. And but one good thing about Joe is he will he'll talk honest. If there's a mistake, if there's a setup, if there's a problem, he'll put it on there. Some DJs will cover that up. They will not put that in the edit. They will leave that on the editing room floor, as you will. But he will do that. Rick Webb, I used to follow a lot more when he was, more of a DJ. Now he's more of an entrepreneur. He's doing the both lighting. I don't follow him much
Has
anymore.
multiple brands.
He's just gotten away from DJing and more toward a business owner. And that's fine. That was his desires. That was one of the things that he stated he wanted to get into, before he even moved here. And he's doing very well. The both lighting is treating him very well. He's selling lights, and they keep coming up every year. They'll come out with a new light. So that's great. So I don't follow him as much because, I don't tend to buy that type of product, most of what he is selling. But I think just recently, just in the past week or two, he did post a video of him DJing. I have not watched it yet, but I may go back and check it out at some point. But yeah, they don't really influence me that much as far as what I do on a weekly basis. I would say they're probably they influence me about as much as any of the other DJs that I watch online. And there's one guy, I can't remember his name. He's in Texas, and he's not a DJ, but he is a sound technician, a sound.
Woo Pig. Is that it? DJ Woo Pig?
No, he's in Arkansas.
Arkansas, yeah.
Arkansas.
No,
Arkansas
this guy,
is
he's
one of
not a
ones
DJ,
he's
but
good.
he just he owns a sound setup company.
yes.
Silver
and-
Creek.
Yeah,
Yes.
Silver Creek.
Silver Creek, yeah.
So
Yeah.
many,
And
he has so many
he's
views.
a great guy to follow. He's a great guy to listen to. He's a genuine, just a run of the mill, your regular guy that you could sit down and drink a beer with and have fun, and just talk to like another guy. And he is another guy that puts the mistakes in his videos. I like that. I appreciate that.
I mean, his
And
biggest mistake
I
is
may
using
even get more
ZLX.
into my setup in the future. DJing, not just doing the time lapse of my setup, but actually showing the setup, because a lot of other DJs appreciate that. They like seeing where the plugs are plugged into, how you coil your cables, where you're pulling your stuff out of your vehicle from, or your trailer, or whatever. So those are the things I may lean toward just by watching his videos. So yeah, so some people, it doesn't depend on where you're located. If you're making good content, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, so Silver Creek Audio, he's really good. That's again, he's another guy I watch for sound. There's a Stage Left. They're in, I want to say, North Carolina, or maybe South Carolina. They're on the East Coast and one of the Carolinas, I want to say. They're also another interesting thing to do, a lot of event sound. And the reason why I watch that stuff is because I want to understand sound reinforcement. And these guys just do pure sound. They're not DJing. So it is interesting to see them, how they do things, especially set up speakers and run satellite speakers. And I know Silver, he had, this is going back probably a year or two. It was a band shell. He was doing sound, and he had the extra tall speaker poles, and put up the speakers probably about 9 feet off the deck, and they're on stage. And he put sandbags, and he was going through everything, how he does everything. And the other thing, he has a Sprinter. So I'm like, I love he has a nice kind of like Dan does, has that nice I want to say rack. Oh my God. I'm so tired from this past weekend. It has that nice ramp off the back of his van, and which makes me jealous that him and Dan both have that, and I don't have that in my van. So it's stuff like that I see, but I
Early
see how he
Christmas gift,
does
buddy.
things and how meticulous he is, and that's, to me, is the important thing. And just like the sound couple, how they do stuff, and I watch that, and I see, even though I'm not doing sound for a band, I'm still doing sound for my clients. I want to make sure I get the best sound possible. And I know Dwayne does that. I know Chris does that. I know you do that. I know Joe does that. Joe, are you an influencer, or are you not? And then who influences you? Who's your influencer?
That's a great question. So I look at a lot of guys. I mean, I'll look at D'Angelo. He's a DJ. The other one is DJ Carlo. I don't know if you ever heard of these guys. They're mix masters. The DJ TL TV. He's another cat. Who else? DJ. I also watched Daryl Bennett, Nick Spinelli, Jim Cerrone. Jim Cerrone is more inspirational on the emceeing and more persona. He's very, very warm when he talks, but he gets his message across. John Young, Rick Webb, of course. Mike Farino has his DJ idea sharing and his lighting, what do you call it, cynicism? Scott Fever is more of a game host. And then DJ Bar. So all those guys are basically people
Symposium.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Symposium.
Yeah, Symposium.
I follow these guys because they have things to share. There's other people that used to watch, but their head got so big that I just kind of don't watch them anymore. And I'm not even going to mention names. Anyway, am I an influencer? I think so. When I post videos and pictures, people ask me on different forums, how did you do that? What equipment did you use? So it's more inspirational than anything else. I think a lot out of the box when I do my setups. Um, as an engineer, I kind of see things and I say, well, you know what? I can make this better, or I can use it in a different way than other people. So I get a lot of followers from that aspect. A lot of guys ask me a lot of questions. So they call me the what do you call that guy from Star Trek? The little guy?
Scotty?
No, the little not Scott, I'm sorry.
Sulu.
Star Wars. Yoda.
Oh, Yoda. Okay, Star Wars.
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars, Star
Star
Trek,
Wars,
two
Star
different
Trek.
worlds, two different
Don't
universes.
get
Oh.
them mixed up. We're gonna get some
So,
haters
yeah,
now.
so-
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be in big trouble in my household.
Who's that
So
green
you'll-
guy from
They
Star
call,
Trek?
they call me the Yoda of DJs, that I know it all, and I don't. I don't by far. But basically, it's good to be, how would I say it? Jack of all trades, but master of none. But in the influence world, I want to say I'm more inspirational than anything. I don't have a YouTube channel or anything like that. I thought about it, but again, it's the target market that you're seeking and who you want to attract. Are you doing it financially, or are you doing it inspirational, or are you doing it, just to get your name out there? What is the reason you're doing it? But you want to take a lot of time, or basically just kind of learn as you go. So there's a lot of information, a lot of cool people out there that are very knowledgeable and humble. And then there's a lot of other people that are just, they've taken it to the next level. I mean, Nick Spinelli, like I said, it's gone a long way. He's toned it down a bit. And he's, when you watch him mix and stuff, it's inspirational. You watch him. Carlo, the same thing, mix master, those are things that I kind of learned from to implement in my shows whenever I'm DJing.
Yeah, and that's always interesting. Oh, Big DJ Service just said POV DJ. If you have not watched him, that's Tom over in the UK. I tried getting him on the show. Unfortunately, because of the scheduling, when we go live here, it's like
Mhm.
3 o'clock in the morning there in UK, and I don't want to hit the guy up in the middle of them. But I still talk to him. He's really a cool dude. I do watch him. I have a lot of questions for him because again, it's another country, another way of doing things, another philosophy, and another thought of how to do things. So there's some things I have a lot of questions on because again, it's like, why do you do it this way? Am I doing it the wrong way? So it's stuff like that. It's always interesting.
Do
And
you watch Daryl Bennett as well? DJ
yes,
Daryl
I do.
Bennett?
I watch him. I see stuff all the time, and I question things. Again, anyone does. When Jeff does
I
something,
hate Daryl Bennett. Sorry, I had to say that.
I want to hear
hate that
why.
guy. I hate that guy so much.
Why?
He's such a
No,
piece of.
Why?
no
Yeah.
hate here, no hate
Yes,
here.
yeah,
Just
sorry.
I'm not.
I'll
You can
explain it
just
when
say
it's my
I'm a
turn.
fan, but
I'm not a fan.
What
It's
did
okay.
he's got a video too that I care for. It's good.
But
When
it's one of the
Nectar
things that
mentioned go ahead.
I watch him because again, it's information. But again, I watch Jeff and I question, and that's why I ask Jeff questions. Here, I get a chance to talk to Jeff. Say, hey, Jeff, why did you do this or do that? Because again, it's a different way that I'm used to doing it. It doesn't mean it's a right or wrong thing. It's like, okay, you're doing it this way. Why did you do it this way? Not question him like, why did you do it this way? It's my like, hey, you're doing it this way. What made you do that? And then maybe I'm doing it wrong. How did you do this? How did you come to this? So it is very, very
The
cool when
informational
you can do
ask.
that and ask people questions. Yeah. Even Chris, I've asked Chris questions. I've asked Dwayne questions. I haven't got a chance to ask Dan some questions.
Hit
I've
it.
asked Matt questions.
Is Matt there?
Matt's still there.
Yeah, I'm here. When is it my turn?
Right now.
I'm keeping you
Why
for
do
last
hate
because you're
Daryl?
probably the biggest influencer here. So,
Yeah.
I'm just the most opinionated.
I
People
love
believe
it.
me.
yeah, I want to keep your powder dry and wait for the end because there's a lot of people
All
waiting
right.
for you to hear what you're going to say.
All right.
A couple other things. Jeff said, shout out to DJ Rachel. I like DJ Rachel. I think she's a nice
No,
person. Matt is not a fan. We're going to keep it
at
at
all.
that.
She hates me too. She hates me, like
She's
actually
got
hates
to
me.
win some prize thing. I think she's on a show
I
tonight.
talked to her at the MEX 2026.
Did you talk about me?
Of course not. Right? He's not saying.
Am I describing the best way?
Is that the earthquake there in California rumbling?
No,
Uh,
no. It's the head.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I like Rachel. She again, she does she does what she does. I like her as a person. She's a nice personality. She's a nice person. She's great to talk to.
She's a
And
DJ.
again,
She's a DJ for the uncultured white folks. That's what she's a DJ for, I feel like. And that's good for her, but she's never
Give her
gonna rock a
this, and
dubstep
guess
set.
what? She's got.
she's a great and
She's
she's a
your
great person
hands.
to talk about pizza. If you want to talk about pizza, I know Mike always talks about pizza. That'd be a great person to talk to about pizza because she's from like what Dave Portnoy always talks about is probably the pizza capital of the world, right there on
Connecticut?
the East Coast.
Connecticut?
In,
New
yeah.
York.
Yeah.
No, New York is the pizza capital.
No,
You
New
kidding me?
Haven. New Haven
New
is
York
like
City. New York City slices. You can't.
San
New
Juan
Haven
Capistrano.
is like the jam.
We've got great pizza here too.
New Haven is the jam. Again, you listen to
Is
Dave
it?
Portnoy. New Haven
Yeah.
is the
I've never
pizza
been to
mecca.
Connecticut. I've never been to Connecticut in my life.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess we all gotta go and try
I'm
the
gonna go
pizza
say hi to
there.
Rachel
It's
at her
supposed to be
event.
good.
area, let's.
And Mike said Aaron Straw. Again, Aaron, again, not a fan, but again, he does his own
Whatever
thing.
happened to Aaron? I don't see his videos like ever anymore. What happened to him?
He's still there. He's still putting videos out.
Yeah,
I just saw a video not
I
too long
really
ago.
liked.
Someone here, Superwood123, can you try something from Phantom of the Opera? For music?
No, go away.
Phantom of the Opera? Sure. Again, if customer wants it, you can do that. You can usually, if you can get something that's, on a professional level, why not? Customer wants it, make the customer happy.
I've had to play the Wicked soundtrack at a wedding. I did
Yeah,
not enjoy that.
There you go. And again,
I smiled though.
Let
I
it
played
go.
something from Game of Thrones
Let
at a
it go.
wedding.
yeah, Frozen.
Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
of course. So,
Yeah.
Dan, got a question for you.
Yep.
Are you an influencer? And if so, great. If you're not, no big deal. But also, who influences you? And again, I know you're newer to the popularity on YouTube and other social media, but again, you've been around social media for quite a while, but now you're doing it for your business and doing it more of you want to be out front there and showcase not only what you can do, but how you can maybe explain people why you do things. So do you feel that you influence people? Have you influenced people?
Maybe by accident. It's more so just the community aspect is why I started it. I just wanted to showcase. I don't know. I don't know. I wanted to see vlogs again on YouTube. I didn't see anyone else doing it. I made one, edited it the way I like to edit things. I'm like, dang, I've never seen someone do it like this before. So I just kept doing it. So I guess by accident, it just kind of happened. Yeah. Did I answer the question?
By your own design.
Thank you.
And again, I would say definitely you're one of the up and coming influencers because you're getting more and more traction, which is good. You get more and more people on your channel. You get more and more influence. You get to influence more. And you missed before, but I started this show a long time ago on Instagram. And the reason why I started this show was to just people don't fall in the same traps I fell into, the same pitfalls. And I have made mistakes over the many years of having a DJ business and understanding certain things and running just a business period. I have a lot of experience running businesses for other people, for corporate. I have a lot of experience, going back with audio and car audio and home audio and professional audio and other things. I had that experience from with training back in the 90s. But it's one of the things that putting everything together now as a business, it's a different world. And I want to showcase, and that's why I have people like yourself and like Dwayne and Joe and Chris and Jeff and Matt and everyone else on here to explain what they do, why they do it. Like I said before, I always question why people do things. Not to say you're doing it wrong, is because it's a different way. If you run into a situation you can't do it your normal way, you need to have a backup plan. You need to have a different way of doing things. Plus, again, maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. I'm like, oh, why does Dan do this? Why does Dan do that? Or why does Joe
Right.
do this? It's not a bad thing. It's another way of looking at it, and that opens your eyes up. And that is,
Mm-hmm.
one thing. Dwayne was a teacher for many years. You have to influence. You have to tell people how to do things, but sometimes you have to figure out how to get that to that person. Some people don't learn a certain way, so you may have to change your approach a different way. And that's what I like to do. I like to showcase and explain why we do things, and why, what works for us, and hopefully help someone else so they don't run into a problem.
And in YouTube channels that we all watch, I think we all watch different YouTube channels for different reasons. And Silver Creek Audio is one. I'm not an AV guy, but I love watching how technical that is. Or if I want to get a little goofy, I'll watch Aaron Strawn. I'll also watch who is it? Was babies? What's his name? Hi Kevin. And then Nick Spinelli, of course, is Nick Spinelli. And then you got Santi if you want the more technical, scratchy. He used to do those really cool show what's playing in clubs. I mean, in Iowa, I don't know what's playing in clubs. And I watch Joe Bunn's podcast with Brian B. I watch Cleveland Terry's for more of the business side. Joe Bunn's more for the wedding side / big corporate DJ multi-app stuff. I watch Dwayne the Hitman. I watch TB in productions. I don't know. I feel behind if you don't watch it. You got to just keep watching and learning.
It's interesting, when people influence what you watch and what you're looking at and what videos come up and how you're going to do things. And that's the fun part. The other thing also, I noticed, or not Dan, but you have like a grid going on. You look like a video board from the.
Looks like he's doing a B-roll for behind the scenes on a movie.
Yeah,
Like
but
that
also like one of those
commentary.
video boards, like in a club, you used to have all the TVs, and all the TVs would play basically a large video, but you have a screen going on. There we go. See, we're human. We're real. Speaking of human and real, I'm gonna go to Matt now. Matt, I'm gonna ask you.
Well, it's
Matt,
finally
are
my
you an
turn.
influencer? And
Yes.
if so, who influences you? Who do you watch?
Nobody influences me because everybody is terrible except me. No, I don't
Everyone's
listen
terrible.
to
That's
anybody.
it.
I'll tell you
Show's
this.
done, folks. Have a good night.
Yep. I've been doing this thing for a while. And the first people that ever influenced me or people that I looked to were Brian S. Red and Learn Lizard. And that's how I learned basic DMX. That's how I learned basic speaker stuff, along with kind of just renting stuff and figuring it out. So those were the first and really the only influencers that I ever listened to. Am I an influencer? Absolutely. I get sent free stuff. I get companies asking to send me free stuff. A lot of times I don't accept it because I don't believe in promoting or reviewing anything that's cheap and crappy, like Phoenix Pro microphones, or B Topper lights, or even Sheds lights, or even both lights. It's just they're cheap Chinese crap.
Jeds does have a line that is actually pretty pro.
They do, but they're not going to send me that. So I have yet to review a Shed light, and every time they ask me to do a video, they're very limited with what they want to send me, and they won't send me stuff that I would actually use. So I just don't do it. But in terms of speakers, everyone knows I'm very opinionated. I'm not afraid to speak my mind. You can cancel me all you want. I really don't care. And I just tell it like it is. But people realize that, like LD Systems, they know I'm harsh and brutal and mean. But they know that if I'm using their products, then I truly believe in them, and then other people are going to buy them. The amount of people that have bought an ICOA 18 sub, I was one of the first people to have a pair of those. The amount of people it's probably in the triple digits from my channel alone that have bought those subs because of how much I praise them. And people know how I feel about my bass and my sound systems. I'm gonna turn on my video now. I'm taking a break from working out. Yeah, I would say yes, I'm an influencer. I used to have a pretty decent following on some pages that got taken down, but still have a big YouTube channel. I'm very big in EDM. So if anybody out there wants to learn how to DJ EDM weddings or wants to just see how to do it, I have plenty of videos of showing, taking white bread vanilla wedding music and making it EDM approachable with a flair. So that's my specialty. And yeah, in terms of like who I watch now, that like influences me, I mean, I watched the sound guy Silver Creek. I think his videos are interesting. I think his equipment is very beginner level, and the guy clearly has enough money. He should definitely increase and not use ZLX speakers. I don't get how he gets so many views because he's kind of boring to listen to. He's very well informed though. Don't get me wrong. I don't watch DJ Barr. I definitely don't watch Nick Spinelli. I can't stand that guy. I could DJ laps around. What else? Where else? Jana, I what I do is I watch a lot of DJs and I am familiar with how I send my clients other DJs videos and show my clients, this is what I don't do. So I'll send them a video of Jana or I'll send them a video of DJ Barr and I say, this is not, or Rick Webb, and I say, this is not the emceeing I do. I'm not going to go out there and say, is this side of the room ready? Is this side of the room ready? Like that, I feel like is only making yourself look bad. And Rick Webb can't even speak English properly. So it's I feel like he shouldn't be showing off MC skills. So yeah, I'm mean. I'm an a-hole, but I tell it like it is. And if I say something's good, then it's good and you should buy it. And if I say something's bad, like the Exiton speakers, you shouldn't buy them. So there you go.
Why do you think he needs a bucket of water right now?
I think so. I think Matt has Matt's going to do some crunches now, and Matt's going to run on a treadmill and run off this steam of his. And I wanted to say Matt for last because
Daryl.
Let's get back to Daryl. I want to hear that.
I can't stand Daryl. I hate that.
Daryl's a nice guy. Daryl's a nice guy.
It comes from one instance where I had posted on Facebook or Instagram or something saying it's so annoying to see these other guys' channels grow while I'm getting the same amount of views or something like that. And he made a year and a half later, he made a video that he posted on his Instagram, and he basically. Oh wait, let me turn my there. Can you hear me at least?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
There we go. Okay, let me just. I got 2 minutes. So he personally attacks me in one of his Instagram videos, saying he didn't call me out by name, but I had 8 people send me his videos saying, "Oh, you did this, you did this, you did this," and he made up a story about what I said about him and other DJs, and it blew up and got me in a little bit of hot water in my local DJ community. And what he said was a total lie about me. And so I didn't appreciate that. And I called him out on it. And he's like, oh, I called him out on it. And he's like, oh, so sorry. I hit it. And then I'm like, no, sorry, I almost cursed. I'm like, no, you didn't. You just put it as unlisted because I still had people sending me the video. So him and I have a.
Film it.
But I would at least like to have a dirty soda with him because they don't drink over there. They don't drink over there. And I just think a lot of the tips that he has are pretty I've never learned anything from them. They're not rocket science. Oh, you want to make your lighting controller battery powered? Oh, here's a battery bank that has a plug and it's 80 watts and it's $60 on Amazon. It's not rocket science, but you get 100,000 people that like that video because, oh, I've never thought of that. I'm a stupid DJ. It's not rocket science. I've always had to figure stuff out on my own in this community. And I've been doing it for a long time. I've figured out everything. I don't learn anything from anyone. The only thing I've ever taken from a DJ was Nick Spinelli said, 5 essentials to have in your DJ bag. One of them, from Amazon, one of them was Listerine strips. And you can get a 3-pack for $2 on Amazon, $3 on Amazon. That's the most useful piece of information I've gotten from any of the DJs. And with that, I'm going to do some abs.
Okay, Matt is done with his.
Did you just say abs or do some acid?
Abs.
Abs.
After that rant, you probably do need some acid.
He's going to work out his abs now.
Yep.
All right. Well, again, I wanted to save the best for last, and very interesting. Fun. All right. So, a lot of people are talking over here. Let's see here. It says, Matt, quick question. Can you figure out how you will be DJing at 61?
Good question for
That, that,
61.
that'd be interesting. I'd love to see Matt DJing at 61. And
It'll be
Dan,
Jeff.
too. It would be cool. I'll be watching from my wheelchair, be like, I told those guys, I know them.
You gotta turn it up.
I'm older. Because Dan's like 22 years old.
No, I'm like
This
31.
beat
Am I
was 40
31 or
years
2?
ago.
Back in
Still,
my day.
that's still. You're like the same. You're like my daughter's 2 years older than you, so it's like it's like, man, I'll be like wheelchair or something like that. Going, that guy Chris, I know him.
That's why I got a ramp in the van.
Come DJ with you then. Hey, I did a podcast with this guy back in the day. All right. So with that said, we're going to go off here now. I didn't get Dan last week, but I'm going to get Dan this week to take us out because he came late to the party
Come late,
and had his grid
you
on
reap the
too.
repercussions.
Whoops, trying a new camera.
Well, the camera looks beautiful. Just again,
Just the grid.
this shows
I
that
was
you're
in frame.
human. We're all human.
I'm trying
So
to do
go ahead,
Hitman
take us out,
DJ.
Dan.
I'm not going to do
Me? Oh,
Hitman.
me?
No.
I
Yeah,
got
I think-
Dan.
yeah, you
Dan
go
can take
ahead.
us out.
Yeah.
Dan, take us out.
All right,
I think
Matt,
this
take
is
us
why you
out.
invite
Dan,
me.
Dan can't do it. Matt, take us out.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks for tuning into the DJ Roundtable in honor of Hunter. Peace out.
Good night, everyone.